Republican literature, their literature was very diverse. So, hi, my name is Brittany Gary, and my presentation is going to be over the Republic in Rome, which is chapter 4 in our book, pages 131 through 138. Republican literature, their literature was very diverse. They had many different genres, such as historical literature, comedy, and as well as poems. Pretty well known, I'm sure, across Roman history. Figure during that wrote during this period was Julius Caesar. He did write about their military history during this time. There's also Cicero, who was a well-known writer. His writing, though, focused more so on your individual character and what the responsibility of the citizens during this time should have been. That is mainly what his focus was. There was also Catullus. He was more of a poet. His poetry focused on love and romance and things of that kind of such thing during that time period, which, with all the seriousness that was going on, that's a little bit more lighthearted. His poetry was for that time period. As far as Roman philosophy, Stoicism was the most important school of philosophy in Rome during this period. Stoicism originated actually in ancient Greece and was founded by Zeno. Stoicism focused on more so the acceptance of all situations. Pretty much no matter if it was good, bad, going on, pretty much just trying to stay focused on the greater good and being able to accept the inevitable, no matter if it's good or bad. Also popular during this time was Epicureanism, which was founded by Epicurus. That was popular as well during this time period, although this focused more so on the stresses of moderation and prudence in the pursuit of pleasure. So focus more so on not overly indulging, which was a common theme around this time. Next was Roman law, which Roman law is probably one of the most popular things to come out during this period, and probably one of Julius Caesar's most lasting achievements, as he created a single unified code of civil law called the Jus Civile. The Jus Civile was a model for laws that even came later on down the line in this period. The final Jus Civile was published actually by Emperor Justinian in 1533 CE. He pretty much gave us an edited, more polished version based on those thoughts and ideas set forth by Julius Caesar. Jurists were really popular around this time for establishing legal principles and legal practices. Definitely came a lot about during the Roman Republic. Rome also encouraged public service. They encouraged the citizens to participate in discussions and different legal themes going around that time. Roman religion, in Roman religion during this period, it was very similar to the Greeks and Etruscans culture when it came to the fact that they believed in many gods. They also did not believe in one single deity. They have a lot of overlapping gods and goddesses and heroes, kind of from those other cultures, even some that are named similar or even the same, and with similar kind of themes to those gods. They made sacrifices too, because they believed it would appease nature and appease the gods. Anytime there was kind of weather events or things like that, they would make sacrifices in order to try to appease nature. Roman religion, one of their biggest things that it influenced was a building frenzy. They built many temples for all of these many gods that they did. That then leads us to our next topic, which is going to be Republican art and architecture. Their art and architecture during this period of time also was heavily influenced by the Greek and Etruscans. They're most known for, as far as their art, is going to be their realistic portraiture. Pretty much, they actually gave more detail to their portraits, like their bust. Like from the previous slide, there was the bust of Cicero. You can see the wrinkles in his face, the detail in the lips, as well as even some argue a balding spot, so showing some of his age. So more realistic art coming during this period. Also, their temples, like I stated, they had a boom in their temples that they built. They took pieces from both the Greeks and Etruscans when it came to building their temples. The Temple of Portunus is shown here on the right, and that is one of the temples built during this period, with both those cultures influenced in the building. And then the Romans just kind of added a few Roman touches to what was already kind of out there at the time. Lastly is Roman music. And music was mainly used for performances during this time, like special occasions such as weddings, funerals, social gatherings. During this time period, we had small bands of musicians. They would travel around playing like percussion instruments. As that image shows to our right, that is like a band of musicians on a boat playing, and that's from this same time period. Those band of musicians would really play in like public squares, or during like games or contests, just to kind of get the people going. They also had, of course, singers, as well as like gestures and stuff like that with them a lot of times. Also, the main people who loved music during this period were aristocrats, and probably because they could actually afford it. They are the ones that kind of started having musicians provide like entertainment for after dinners, which we even still see that in this day and age now. You go to a really nice restaurant, they have music playing, sometimes even live music playing. Also, if you've ever been to a nice house party, I have seen that done there as well. But yeah, this is most of those central themes from the Roman Republican era. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.